What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to take a look at multiple coins today in one video because I'm going to my dad's. I have to travel there and I'm spending the day with him and Abby, and I'm staying there overnight, so I won't be able to make more videos because I'm also going to be watching some football, my team Tottenham. So basically I'm going to cover Bitcoin, FIRO, Quant, HBAR and Polygon, and in the description below I will let you guys know what time what part of the video your coin is starts basically. And of course in the link below is always my Twitter. Make sure you're following me there, because if I were to post further updates today, if anything were to happen, that will be on Twitter. I won't be making a video. And of course follow BitBay Crypto on Twitter and also on YouTube. Let's get her to 50 subscribers. That would be amazing, guys. She also brings out content on XRP and VeChain daily. If it's not on YouTube, it's on Twitter, so make sure to follow both. So let's dive into Bitcoin right now. So of course over the last few days or weeks I've been telling you guys how this over here is looking very similar to this, and I was going through a scenario yesterday with you that we could come all the way to the top here, get rejected again, because what I'm seeing over here is potentially the start of this pump over here where you come to that resistance point and then get rejected again. So if you were to do that, then expect another double bottom towards the bottom of the range. And we've gone through some points already in the last sorts of videos where it could come down to. So we were saying how it could come to here, or of course down to this technical target over here. So on the daily time frame, you can now see we broke out of this, which means that we're retracing to every top. Basically, we've met the first target. Now we're on to this one and that one, and you've now respected the 20 at the moment. Of course, it's a current daily candle, so we can't make a judgment on it, but we are feeling at the moment. And every time in the past when we've felt the 12 EMA, we got rejected. So if we were to get rejected, it would be nice to come back down to the support of the trend line basically, and we'll look at that on the 4-hour time frame to be a bit clearer. So you've just formed the bullish cross. Wow, amazing, guys. But over here you can see we've now met our technical target out of the double bottom. We haven't retested it as support yet, so if we were to fall down, look where the EMA is, and the yellow falling wedge trend line and the ascending triangle support. So it's telling me that Bitcoin wants to come around in and around this zone. Basically we're going to come in and around this zone. If you were to roll over here, get a bounce from here, that's beautiful, but I do think that we need to come to this yellow line. If you were to lose it, please get a bounce from here, get back above this yellow line, and then we'll start continuing up to our next technical target, which would be this high at 50k, and then eventually this high. But again, guys, I've already spoken how we could be doing something like this basically, but we'll see what happens when we meet these resistance points basically, because if we were to get above 51,800, we know we've got a technical target 57k. So that's Bitcoin at the moment. We know that it needs to come down basically, so that's what we're waiting for. I will put the fibs just before we end off the Bitcoin section. So yeah, you can see that the 0618 is on the descending triangles neckline, so we would like to hold above that basically. You can retrace to any of these points and get a bounce. As long as we're above this, we're good for continuation to the technical targets up here, meeting these resistance points. So now let's go to FIRO USD. So what I can see for FIRO, same thing, we've broken out of this falling wedge now. What this means is that we're retracing to each high. So the first high would be over here at the 1618 actually. So that would make sense because you are above the 0618, which means you're going to the 1618, and this would be in and around right there. So you actually have broken out of this large double bottom as well. One bottom, two bottoms, and this is actually a technical target at $5.90, which is above the 1618. So this is probably telling me that we could even come up to these 3 2s basically, and this would coincide with the 200 lining up within and around there. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame you can see that we never back tested that 0618 on the daily time frame or the outside of this falling wedge. So for me, it's telling me that it wants to do that basically. Get a bounce from there, get above this neckline again, and then head our way up to these technical targets. Perfect. So that is FIRO. Now let's look at Quant USD. I hope this is the right chart. No, let's get the right chart. There we go. Yeah, KuCoin. Okay, perfect. So Quant's looking good. You actually held the bottom of the larger descending triangle and broke out of both, and this is what I was telling you guys about yesterday. I think before when I made my video, I think we were under here or something like that, And then I said that there is a chance that we still get rejected, because until you break above this, you're on a technical target down here. We never really validated this technical target to 139. And I was getting comments below saying, Louis, stop saying 139. You're going to make it go down there. If it does go down there, I'm going to blame you. But guys, I'm the messenger. I just say what I see. Don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. So we've had very nice bounces. Here we've had a bullish hammer, massive breakout above the EMAs. Let's see a bullish cross. What I do want to see is a rollback to the descending triangles, or this one's neckline and the outside of their resistance points, like the trend line over here. And you can see that I'd be holding this 0618 over here. So you lost the 0618, came to the 0786, but you got back above the 0618 now. So we could basically say that this is the bottom. I'm going to actually delete this and put some new fibs from the swing high to the swing low down here, this point over here, because you've had a dip now. How do we know it's finished? You started coming back up. So this is how we know that. Now you're working your way through the fibs. You've bounced off the 050. So at the moment you've actually respected it, but with this candle you've lost it. So are we going to come back down to this, get above the 382? If we were to actually get rejected by the 382, there's a higher likelihood you're going to come to the 0236, and actually that would be this ascending triangle support. So no worries if you actually do that, and that would be the trend line as well. 236, descending triangle's trend line, and the ascending trend line of the ascending triangle. So that would even be a-okay if you came back down there, as long as we were to get above the 382 and start working our way back up through the fibs. Once we get above the 0618, that's if we don't get rejected. Of course, if we get rejected, it's higher likelihood that you're going to do like an impulse, exhaustion, continuation, and then once we get that top, let's say that this is the top now, I'll give you some bearish targets. So if you were to lose this 0618, which is below the 236, if you put in a lower low than that, then there's a chance you're going to come to the 1. Of course, we could hold that 0786, because that's where this yellow descending triangle neckline is. So if you were to get back above the 0618, we would invalidate further downside. This would probably be like your last support point before I would say, yeah, you're going to lose that 1 and come to these targets down here, the 1618. And even out of that retracement, look where your 2414 is, the 139 zone, and before is the 1618. But out of this new retracement over here, that's where your 2414 is. So a lot of confluence basically telling us about 139. But again, don't shoot the messenger. I just say what I see. So yeah, we want to see basically this trend line hold, whether that's right here on the EMAs or down here. Work our way back through the fibs. Once we get above 195, we could potentially see quant getting up to 252. Now let's take a look at Matic. That's the next coin. So Matic is looking very nice, isn't it? We had an amazing weekly close, as I went through in yesterday's video, this bullish hammer, which is I think was also the highest weekly close. And I was speaking about this potential dead cat bounce scenario in the last week. And if you were to lose this low over here, you'd be coming to the 200, which is actually your first technical target out of losing the rising wedge. So when you lose a rising wedge, you go to each low point, each higher low basically. So low, higher, low, higher, low. So this would be your final target down here, but you don't have to meet it. You can bounce off any of these technical targets and get back into the wedge. So if you were to do something like this, get back in, you'd invalidate further downside. And if we can break the top over here, we're good for continuation to minimal $3.30. And this is what I've been speaking about over the last week. And look guys, what did we do? We closed above the 0618, back tested the 20, and where did we go to? Boom. I said my minimal target is the 1, which we now are at, and I said that this will be outside the rising wedge. So if we do get rejected now, I think that we would come back to the swing high, and hopefully if we can hold that, or basically hold above this golden pocket, then we could get a bounce back above this, confirm this as support, and then head to the 1618. After getting to the 1618 up here, we could fall back all the way to this, and if that can hold a support, then we can get above 330, the 1618, and head to these 2.272 to the 2414 target, $4.30 to $4.54. So that is the daily time frame. Let's see if there's anything on the 4 hour. Yeah, so we're getting a bit extended from the EMAs right now. That's why we can expect a rollover, and we are respecting the 1 at the moment. 28 minutes left, so if we get a pump above it, we wouldn't need to see like a significant break basically. So even if it were to close just here like that above it, I wouldn't say that's a significant break. So that's what's basically telling me is that we're going to roll over, and your 55 is lining up nicely with that 0618, so expect that, watch out for that. Any updates will be on my Twitter. So that's Matic. Now let's look at Hbar, which will be the final coin of today. Hbar is doing amazing, isn't it? It actually didn't play out this head and shoulders, and what I need to tell you guys is that with the head and shoulders pattern, it's not valid until you lose the neckline, and you didn't lose the neckline basically. So if you were to, that's why we would have come back down to that 0786, maybe get a wick off this, but that never happened. So we're holding the 1, and so we should see us continue to that 1618, which I gave you already down here from the 0618. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, peace.